What's up, guys? I got the keys here. So today I want to talk about having things come in like your blessings, right? I feel like a lot of people get distraught when things don't show up on a certain time or in the way that they wanted, or you know, in a specific moment, right? But I want you to know that whatever you are choosing and desiring and you have an intention towards will come to you because you're attracting it. Like you're literally pulling it into you, right? So like I've said in past videos, you have an aura around you, right? You have a field around you, which is your soul. And that soul pulls in things from the ether, right? So the thing that you want or desire or crave is right there. You just have to choose it. You just have to, and I know that that's easier said than done, but you just have to choose exactly what you want, exactly what you desire, and that thing will start to magnetize towards you, right? So it's like just practicing using your mind in a conscious way to attract every blessing that you could ever think of. And sometimes those blessings show up in a way better way than you would have expected. Like you might get way more money than you expected. You might get a way better job than you expected. You might it might be like let's say you're manifesting a relationship. It might be like it might be like the best relationship you could ever ask for. And you weren't expecting that. Like you were expecting, there to be issues or whatever. And like I mean, obviously every relationship has an issue, but um it's like learning to train your mind to stay positive, and not let the negative self-talk get to you. Like, oh, it's not going to come. That's not coming to you. Like you can't do that. Stuff like that. And so if you can keep your mind entranced on the thing that you want or desire and choose that thing continuously and keep visualizing it and you keep imagining it, right? It will come to you in one way or another, right? And like a lot of people will get distraught and they'll be like, "Well, this thing won't come to me because I don't have the money for it," or um, whatever. Like for instance, like a car. Um, a car can be brought to you in so many different ways than just by buying it, right? Like let's say somebody wants to, like, okay, maybe you're like 16 and you're getting your first car, and you're just thinking about, how am I going to get this car? Like I don't have money, I don't have the job. Um, but maybe like one of your grandfathers or your uncle has a car that he doesn't use anymore, and he's just going to give that to you randomly. He just might call you up and be like, "Hey, like, do you like possibly need a car? Because I have one sitting around that I'm not using." And like, do you know what I mean? So like, there's so many ways that things can come to you guys, and like you have to understand that God is if God is all powerful and all knowing, then it knows what is best for you in that time, right? So it's going to find a way to bring you exactly what you want. And this works on the negative side too, because if you're constantly focusing on negative things like, "Oh, I don't have that money. I don't have this. I don't have that." Well, guess what? You're bringing that more of that in. You're bringing more of the negative lack energy of, "I don't have that. I don't have that thing," right? But you have to be in a state of already having it. Like you see yourself with that thing right now in your presence. And even though it's not with you physically, it is with you in your mind. So you're picturing it. That means it's possible and it's here. You just have to wait until it shows up in the physical, because manifesting takes time sometimes, right? For things to pull into you. But you're always attracting things. And if you start to pay attention, you'll notice when your thoughts and your words and your actions manifest things, right? Every thought you have is creative. So the thoughts create, your words that are spoken also create, and then you take the action on those things, right? So it's like I said, there's so many ways that God could bring you exactly what you want, and like it could be in the most unexpected way possible. Tell me I'm wrong. If God can do anything, then don't you think that God could bring you the money that you want? The $50,000, the the super nice car that you want, the super nice house that you want. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't it? God is all powerful, guys. That means God always wants to give you exactly what you're focusing on, right? Exactly what you're choosing to be. So your focus has to be on the thing that you want as much as possible. And the more you'll start to attract that thing, right? It's like, I know that it sounds like easy, and it really is in a sense, because the more that you focus on something, the more it pulls in. And so if you're focusing on a lack of something, then you're creating more lack. Because I know that like sometimes we, like in the moment, you think, oh well, I don't have that thing, and I don't have this, and but really you're stating that, like you're literally saying that to the universe, like I don't have this thing, and guess what? It says, oh yeah, you don't. You're right. So I like to say it like this, like God always says yes, right? So if you're saying, oh, I'm sick, God says, yeah, sure you are, and then gives you more sickness. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're trying to get the money, it's right here. It's right there in your mind. And like I said, I'm not rich by any, physical means. I'm working on that myself. I'm just saying that these things are possible. You have to believe in yourself, right? And a belief is nothing more than thoughts reoccurring. So that means consistently thinking the same thought. That's a belief. You get what I'm saying? So the more that you can consistently think a thought, then you start to believe it. Then the belief becomes intention, and the intention then becomes action. Then you take action on whatever you were trying to bring in, right? So it's like there's so many different outcomes that could happen, right? So if you start manifesting something, and you're focusing on the good, and then all of a sudden a thought comes up of, oh, you can't have that. You can't do that. This can't happen. Oh, how would I get the money for that? Oh, how would I, you're creating the lack. Do you understand? Like everything in your life is your creation, guys. And I know that can be hard to face sometimes. Like, for instance, I was in some relationships, and I, wasn't being treated very well, and I probably wasn't treating them the best. And we both chose to stay with each other and created more problems. But I chose to stay. That was my choice. So I created my own problem. So that's just an example. But like, guys, everything is possible. Impossible should be out of your vocabulary at this point. I'm possible. I'm possible is impossible. You see what I'm saying? Everything is possible. Everything you want is possible. Everything you want to achieve is possible. because you are it. So anyways, guys, I hope this helped you. I love you. And I I know that you'll end up manifesting exactly the dream life that you want because you already have. It's your destiny. And remember, it's all about the journey. So have a good week, guys. I love you. Take care. Bye.